Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back to Theodicy Podcast with your girl, Word Justice. Yes, we are back in the building. And for those of you who are getting my notifications, you'll definitely see the title. And I'm saddened at the same time, but in the same token, I do believe in justice being served. I'm going to give you guys a back end story. Like I said, you see the title. My friend, my good friend at that, is receiving 19 years, has been sentenced to 19 years. Um, he was locked up at 31 years old. Um, I mean, this is like childhood friend, literally childhood friend. Um, I'm gonna give you guys a back end, and then I'm gonna dig a little deeper into conversation. Just because I think that a lot of times we are unaware of what love is supposed to look like, what love is supposed to feel like. You It's a lot of us that have went through like the cycle of allowing things to happen or seeing red flags and still not willing to do anything about it, not willing to make the move, exaggerating your time knowing something doesn't feel right. So like I said, this is my friend, my good friend, like Robert, aka we used to call him Rob and shit. Known him for a very long time. Like I said, we were in the same schools coming up in childhood together. I used to be on the step team. He used to do the basketball. Him and my child's father are best friends. Oh, the first lady presented Auntie's house. Welcome, welcome. Hey ma, hey ma. Sorry about last night. You wouldn't even believe my luck all day long, right? The wires went down over here on my side, which caused everything to shut off. So we are now back on. Everything is back on in the house, but literally everything, lights, TV, cable box, everything gone, knocked out. And I couldn't run off the LTE. I kept on like just getting stuck. But I'm so pissed off because, as usual, if it's not your granddaughter, obviously it's always something like the devil be busy. But I'm so tight about that. So I'm gonna have you call me and give me a rundown on it. But like I was saying, this situation that took place with my good friend, you know what I'm saying? Going to school. Yeah, man. Like I don't know, like it was so crazy. Like like the wires just was on the ground. I don't know how it ended up there. They had the people come out early this morning to do what they needed to do. So we finally back up and running. And now I can use Wi-Fi. But it's just crazy. I don't know what the hell happened. But this story of my good friend getting 19 years for the murder because he actually murdered his baby mother. Um, and it's sad because I known him, like I said, for a long time. And even when I heard what took place, I couldn't even believe that was him because he was never a violent type of individual. Um, Growing up, he was always like the quiet one. He was never the one that was out there and trying to do the most. But like I said, he is my good friend and my baby father's best friend. And it's sad that he's getting 19 years, but yet is deserved. Welcome, Puerto Rican 360. Welcome. But it's deserved because of the crime that he committed. I'm gonna give you guys a backstory for those of you who, possibly want to go read the story or whatnot and find out. But yeah, he finally got sentenced this year, 2022, to 19 years. I thought he probably would have got life, but I guess, it didn't work that way. Um, it's just sad, but I'm gonna give you a back end. Um, a 34-year-old man, which is my friend Robert Rodriguez, but this is how they have him put down in the papers. So that's how I'm reading it to you guys. But his name is Robert. We grew up calling him Rob for short. Um, Even his sisters, like his sisters were so nice, Sorrente and his other sister was like always really nice. A 34-year-old was shot to death Sunday in Queens at her Queens apartment. Um, Loss was found with a gunshot wound to her head um, in her home on 147th Street in South Ozone Park. She was taken to Jamaica Hospital where she was pronounced dead. A 31-year-old man has been taken into custody and charges are pending, police said. The victim is to believe to be the mother of the suspect's child. Police sources told um, NBC4 New York. And so that's just a rundown of pretty much what the papers are saying. And obviously, they're going to put whatever they need to put in there. But I'm going to give you the true rundown of what took place. Rob really, really loved his baby mother. He loved her very, very dearly. And his insecurities that he had at times overpowered his judgment, especially when he got drunk. So when he would drink, you know how some people can drink and maintain their liquor and be jolly and nice, and then there's some people that they drink and they just have a anger about them. When Rob would drink, he would have a lot of like anger issues going on where he's like cursing and being belligerent, and you know what I'm saying? If you know him, period, not drinking, trust and believe me, it's night and day when he hit that bottle. They had a disagreement um prior on earlier that day. And you know, she didn't really think it was going to escalate to what it escalated to. I don't even think she thought she was going to lose her life because she didn't fear him. And I'm telling you, he didn't give you that feeling of fear in him. It's only when he got drunk, like soon as that liquor hit his system, I don't know what it did to him, but it's like almost like it woke up demons inside of him or something. Every time he hit the bottle. And and this particular day, this was like late night, 1 a.m. in the morning or whatnot. Um, she was sitting in front of her porch. They got into another disagreement. She just had a newborn baby with him, a newborn baby boy. Um, Baby boy at the time, maybe a couple of weeks, just born, literally just born. They got into a disagreement. He must have been telling her, come back inside. She didn't want to come back inside. She still chose to sit on the steps. Um, Her brother ended up pulling up. And her brother actually seen her. Welcome, hashtag Life of Pearl. Good morning, good morning. Um, her brother actually seen Rob at the front door as they were having words while she was sitting on the steps. He was still at the front door and he was loading up his gun. And so her brother had looked over to her and was like, yo, you good or whatnot? And she was like, oh, I'm not worried about him. He ain't gonna do nothing. It was crazy because my children's father had ended up calling him and they were supposed to actually be going to hang out. However, he didn't make it because he was apprehended right after the shooting. So she's sitting there, they're going back and forth. Her brother pulls up. He was supposed to be going out with, like I said, my children's father. He didn't end up because he didn't make it. He got locked up, obviously. She's sitting on the steps. They're going back and forth. Her brother tells her, he's feeling kind of uneasy. She's telling her brother, like, yo, Rob, he ain't gonna do shit. He ain't gonna do shit to me. Like, I ain't worried about that shit. And her brother literally decides that he's gonna walk in the backyard to go roll up in the backyard. And when he went to go roll up in the backyard, all he heard was a gunshot. So then when he comes back around the house to see where the gunshot, like what's going on, His sister's on the floor, and Rob is leaving to go meet up with my baby father. The brother calls the police. Police arrive. They rush her to Jamaica Hospital, where she was pronounced dead. Upon arrival to Jamaica Hospital and them trying to save her life, she was already brain dead. So it was basically nothing they could have did because the bullet went inside her eye and it went through her head, through the brain. So it kind of like destroyed everything. So she was basically gone in the back of the ambulance, you can say. The police apprehends him literally 15 minutes after he commits this crime. The family is highly devastated, which I know that the family is devastated that he only got 19 years. He should have gotten more, in their opinion. But I'm going to tell you, I feel like she lost her life and he lost his life. And she has other children besides the baby boy that they had together. She has an older daughter that's 17 years old. She has three kids prior to my friend. So what Life of Pearl, what made him snap? So what made him snap was him drinking. And like I said, for some reason, when he drank, it was like another person came out of him. It's almost like a demonic energy woke up in him anytime he had touched the bottle. And he was drunk. He was drunk. He would have never, if he was sober, he would have never killed her. He would have never killed her because he loved her too much. And I think a part of him, every time he got drunk, brought him into a world of insecurities, of feeling like he wasn't good enough for her, and just having jealousy issues of not wanting nobody to talk to her or be around her because he felt like he could lose her. So it's almost like she was the beauty and he was the beast. At least that's how I picture in my mind is how he felt at that very moment. Liquor is spirit, but I will say I will not put it all on the alcohol. So now I'll be honest with you, First Lady. I wouldn't put it all on the alcohol either, but the alcohol is what ignited the feelings that he had internally that was already there. And what happened was every time that that alcohol will be in his system, it awoken whatever bad energy that he had within himself and whatever he felt about himself. Because let me tell you, when he was sober, you would never in your life, while Rob was sober, you would be like, he is the most greatest person in the world. He's the most kind hearted. He will give you the shirt off of his back. Like that's how good of a person is this boy is. Like he was never nasty or outrageous to anybody. Maybe it's been there internally for a long time, and then him engaging in drinking the alcohol perhaps really brought out who he really was. I can say that, but from just me knowing him on a different tip, I don't know. I just can I agree with you on that. I'm not gonna put it all on the alcohol, but I just feel like the alcohol helped woke up a lot of bad energies and emotions and all types of stuff in him because he would be like a totally different person. What a lot of people do not shed light on that men hurt too. He was broken. Yes, First Lady. Yes, First Lady. I can probably agree to you on that. He probably was broken because um Puerto Rican 360, he was a toxic drunk. Yes, but he was broken because I'm gonna give you this. He lived with both of his sisters. His mother died when he was really young. His oldest sister, Sorrente, was the one who cared for him and the other little sister. Um Through that process, Sorrente had lost her job, and he went to hustling to help his sister, to be able to take care of, what I'm saying, to look out and help his sisters, and take, at the time Sorrente had ended up pregnant, had a son also, and she couldn't really do too much. She was also going through some type of medical issues and stuff like that. So he went, while we was at that time, we was in high school, you know what I'm saying? He started hustling, you know what I'm saying, just to be able to support his sister and help her out so they could keep the house that their mother left for them. Which is crazy because the house is still there, and now they're gone. They end up selling it after this whole situation happened. But they live literally down a block. They live down a block all my life from me. Like, it's crazy. I'm here on 110, they're there on 112. Like, that's how real it is, you know? So he was definitely broken. He was definitely broken. And he was very quiet. So it was hard to even understand like what he was going through because he really didn't divulge too much. Him and my baby father connected because they were, I'm gonna be honest, my baby father's broken. Like, he's really broken. And I think that's probably why they connected the way that they did. And my baby father has a lot of secrets for him or whatever have you that I probably will never be privy to because I would never talk or ask him anything. But I'm just going by, certain things that I recognized just being around Rob. Rob Money, Rob Money. Hey, grateful for you coming in, Teresa, right? Grateful for y'all coming in. Thank you guys so much. Take a moment to thank you all for popping in on me and taking time out of your busy day. I'm so grateful every time I see you guys. You guys give me the energy and the power to keep on going and keep on bringing awareness. And like, I'm talking about my good friend right now that's sentenced to 19 years for killing his baby mother. Uh, and the reason why I'm really bringing this story here to this platform is to bring awareness of how many broken souls that's out here that we don't know about. First lady mentioned something, he was broken, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of broken souls out here that don't speak. And he was one of those. I'm doing fine, Rob Money. I'm doing fine. I'm taking it one day at a time. One day at a time. Everything in life I do right now is one day at a time. This story I'm coming with right now is just, I'm now finding out that, for me, he was my good friend, but he deserved to definitely get what he got for doing what he did, because no mother deserves to lose her life and leave her children behind. But for the most part, I realized that he definitely had traumas that he had to been going through for him to even pull that trigger. But I still feel like if he wasn't drinking that night, he probably would have never pulled that trigger, because they've had arguments before and it's never gotten to this point. And that's why she didn't feel any type of fear to run or go anywhere, because she didn't think that he would take the gun and shoot her. He always walked around with his gun because he grew into being a big time drug dealer. So he supplied the hood, and then he used to go out to Long Island and he used to supply the hood in Long Island. You understand what I'm saying? So he already had gotten robbed a few times, going to bust a few licks or whatever. So he always carried a gun on him, always. So it was so many different things that took place when you know who a person is and trying to figure out, damn, what triggered you that night to even do that. And from the brother, to a couple of other people, myself that knows him, is the alcohol. Everybody put it on the alcohol. And like I said, I'm not going to put everything on the alcohol because I believe what the first lady is saying. I just feel like the alcohol allowed his actual feelings and thoughts and emotions come to life in a whole different way. My mom always taught me you will never know what is truly in a man's heart. And you definitely don't. You definitely don't. Like for me personally, I was in a toxic situation for a very long time. And honestly, I thought that I loved my children's father. Like I'm not like I'm being so honest. Like I swear, like I was with this man since I was in junior high school. Nobody could have told me that I was not going to not be with this man. And I loved him so very much, at least. That's what I thought. My children's father was so broken. I found myself feeling like I can overpower him with all the love that I got to make him unbroken. I came to the realization after years of, abuse that I can't fix someone that is broken. They have to be willing to want to fix themselves and try to heal. But that whole time, I was fighting, trying to heal, thinking like, oh yeah, he loved me. No matter what he did, nah, he loved me. No matter what he did, son, in my mind and in my heart, he loved me. Even if he hurt me, no, he won't kill me. Even if he hurt me, and I'm talking about the most worst ways you could think about a nigga could do you. And I could still sit there and be like, oh nah, he won't kill me. Mm-mm. Until I actually experienced my life almost being taken away and me leaving my children behind. The same man that I loved and I thought, and listen to how I'm saying it. Boy, I would do anything for this boy because that's how I felt within myself that I loved him so much. I loved him more than my own self. And then a light bulb came off in my brain one day, like, huh, almost losing your life, not being able to see another day, leaving your children behind. How much do you love yourself? And I had to like literally in my thought process ask myself, how much did I love myself? And then slowly but surely I started to recognize I ain't love myself at all. I had no love for myself because if I had any love at that time for myself, I would not have endured all the pain that I endured. And the craziest thing about it is I don't regret it. I don't regret it. The reason why I don't regret it is because along my journey of being broken and not loving myself because I'm trying to understand somebody else and trying to protect somebody else and trying to shelter somebody else, I met great people. I met people that saved my life. One of the people is in the, well, we got two. We got a lot of people. The main person is in the chat right now, right? She saved my life. That's why I don't regret it because she opened her door, didn't ask too much questions, but she seen how broken I was. And she unapologetically took me in as her own child. Unapologetically. And then when she brought me in and took me in, everything that surrounded her treated me as the same. And that's why I call her my mother. Because that's a true definition of a mother. Because she definitely did not have to save me when she seen how broken I was. She could have left me and allowed me to walk and continue to walk in all the damage and hurt and pain I was walking in. And that's why I'm grateful. That's how I came across and I met a woman that I call auntie. Now they say blood is thicker than water, but I'll be honest with you, they are just as much of my blood, straight up, because through every obstacle in every way that I felt like doors was closing, they gave me an opportunity to see. The only doors that are closed is the doors that I choose not to walk through. And that's why I would not change nothing that I ever been through in my life because it brought me to where I am right now and it made me who I am right now, even through the process of me almost losing my life. I wouldn't change anything. I'm so heartbroken for the fact that I wish that, that my friend could have possibly gotten some type of help, or I wish he would have just spoken to somebody. And I come to the realization of he probably really didn't have nobody to speak to because my baby father wasn't a healthy person to speak to because my baby father had demonic energies. He still has demonic energies, to be quite honest. So he's not a person that I believe was ever given Rob good insight, which probably helped get him to where he is right now. But that's why every day I'm always grateful. Like I've been through so much in my life, so much. That I have a different perspective of what life is supposed to feel and look like. I walk so much times in pain that I have such gratitude and understanding than ever before. And each day I'm always learning, I'm always gaining reason to where I'm at right now. Yup, have been there before being what empathy empath. Oh, being an empath, I thought I could fix broken people by loving them the way I felt they needed, but lost myself in a process. Yes, hashtag life of pearl. Yes, you do. You do. And then when you lose yourself, you don't realize that that whole time you thought you was giving that love, you couldn't never gave that love. You know why? Because you didn't give yourself that love first. And it took me a long time to understand that. I don't pass judgment on nobody. I've been on YouTube for a long time. I hear different stories and whoop whoop whoop. I pass judgment on nobody because I know where I've been in my life. Now, do I have a perspective in which that could probably enlighten your mind? Yeah. But who am I to judge what your journey looks like? I'm not walking in your shoes. I don't know what your shoes feel like walking in them because those were not my shoes to walk in. I already have my own shoes to walk inside of. You understand? So I I tell people where I'm wealthy because I have grown. I was a cocoon. That cocoon was developing to be in this butterfly that I am right now, from a caterpillar to the cocoon to the butterfly. You know, I'm going through the processes, and it's fine. But we have to realize that we need to look around and ask people sometimes, "Are you okay? How are you feeling today?" Even your peoples that you, even your strongest friends, you ever had a person that you be like, oh yeah, she's strong as hell. She's all right. She good. Ain't shit wrong with her. She good. No, she may be going through something. Your strongest friend may be going through something. It won't hurt for you to just say, hey, how you feeling today? How you doing? How has things been going for you? Sometimes people just need that one person to say something to them, for them to let the floodgates open of everything that they've been feeling and saying what they feel unapologetically without being judged. People are so scared to stand in their truth because they're so worried about what somebody else is going to say. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I say fuck what people say. Because you can't tell my story better than I could tell my story because you ain't walking my shoes. So regardless of what you may think or what you may hear or whatever, you could say whatever you want. But you could never tell me what my shoes feel like while I was walking in them the whole time. Oh, I mean, guys, my heart is heavy, y'all. Y'all can feel it, right? Y'all feel it because I'm just like, if I had the opportunity to ask Rob, hey, bro, how you feeling? What's going on with you? Um, perhaps things would have been different if he had people around him that wasn't toxic. Maybe things would have went different. And his first child would never know. His son will never know who he is and will never know who his mother is, and only would get the story that your dad is not around and your mom is not around because your dad killed your mom. And then her other three kids that have to deal with the pain every single day of not ever being able to see their mother ever again. And although I'm heartbroken for my friend, he deserves to be where he's at because she didn't deserve to die. She didn't deserve to leave none of her children behind. This shit is just like, it's real heavy. Puerto Rican 360. I also had a friend who committed a gruesome murder back in 1995. Oh, you know what, guys? My heart's been heavy ever since I got the word that he was sentenced. That I didn't even drop the link, and all of you guys are welcome. Whoever wants to hit the link, you guys are welcome to hit the link and come on up and put your perspectives in. Probably drop a jewel or so. Um, but yeah, it's like my heart's been very heavy. I would say that because I just wish better. I wish better. I wish better for my people. I wish that the people that I love, like even my closest one, like I got my brother. My brother's locked up right now. And even with my brother and thinking about him and how strong of a person that he is. And yeah, we all make decisions that could land us places that we don't want to be. But sometimes you think things could be prevented, but everything serves its purpose, regardless to not realizing it or not. But I think it still hurts a lot because when you know a person for how great they are and how bright their light is, and you watch their light just slowly be taken away and diminish, it's devastating. It's just something painful and hurtful. Puerto Rican 360, welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you feeling today? How are you feeling today, lady?
Hey, boo, what's going on, everybody? Well, I'm sad to hear that, that you experiencing something like that because it's not easy situation to deal with when you know somebody, on a personal note, and then this tragic things happen, and then you're like, damn, what the hell just happened? He's a good person, she's a good person. I thought everything was okay, and then wham, all this, it's not easy to digest. I had several, like maybe two experiences like that. My first one was a young man I was friends with, and he was very like to himself, like an introvert, and he, I don't know, he just bugged out one day, and he beat his father up while he was sleeping. Then he took him, he chopped him up in little pieces and put him in bags. And, it was a big thing. He was on the news. The police were looking for him. And he eventually got caught. And he went to jail at 19 years old. And he's never going to get out. His whole life went in the toilet, and who knows what the hell. That man he was an old man. He was an old Spanish man that owned not a real estate, a travel agency. And he just used to go to work and come home. And this boy just spazzed out. And then um, another person that I know committed suicide in my building when I was a young lady. And I knew the man, and his daughter was like my best friend. That's a little bit different. But still, just experiencing something like that in general is really tough. And I my condolences go out to the family, to all parties involved, because it's not an easy situation. Life of Pearl, come back.
Hello, ladies. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Oh, Life of Pearl, I'm so sorry because my daughter, you guys know I'd be running back and forth for Zori. I'm so sorry. Life
Come
of Pearl,
back,
come
Life of
back. Yes,
Pearl.
we heard you perfectly. Please come back. I definitely heard you perfectly. And then I added you to the stream while I'm trying to thing her down. But please come back so I can add you back because I was hearing you loud and clear. Puerto Rican 360. My bad because Zori be like, okay, you
No, I
already
know. I
know.
was trying to get back to her.
Yeah. So Life of Pearl, please come on back if you got the chance to come on back. I would appreciate you to come on back. But yeah, Puerto Rican 360. It's sad,
Yep.
you know. And then him having and we never realize really and truly the intentions of another person. But like I said, more or less what's going on with a person. There we go. Life of Pearl is back. Hi, Life of Pearl. Thank you for coming back.
Hello, ladies. Can you hear me? Am I coming in clear?
Yes. How you doing,
Okay,
sweetie?
Hello?
I'm doing
Yes,
good.
I can
Can you
hear you
hear me?
clear.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. Good morning, ladies. I'm glad I'm able to finally hit your link.
I know. How
I've
did
been meaning to
you?
come up here and chop it up with you.
I appreciate that
Yes,
so much.
yes.
I'm so happy that you could have hit the link too because you always in the chat dropping jewels and giving vital information. And so those are the things that I'm appreciating because for me, I'm taking some of the jewels that you drop also with me,
I know that's right. I know that's right. And I,
and applying
I
it to
feel
my
like
life. Yeah, but
I feel like our stories are so
go no, go right
similar.
ahead.
Okay. I was gonna say, I just feel like our stories are so similar. That's kind of what made me drop down in your chat and just like, man, some of the things you talk about, I'm like, oh my God, someone else out here has been down there and through it. But I just wanted, I jumped up on the panel because there was one thing you really said that just, really hit me and was just, about judging others. And, you know, I know, I deal with other, certain people on YouTube, but that's one of my biggest things on YouTube is just trying to bring awareness to is to stop the judgmental because we all have a story and it's not perfect, So when I see other people going through certain things in life, I don't judge them. I try to see how I can help them through it, maybe give them some more insight, give them a different outlook on life instead of judging them, because if I didn't have people judging me when I was going through my situation, I might not have had to bang my head so hard. So that was just one of the things I wanted to come and expand on. And I also just wanted to say that I'm going to keep you and your family and your friends' family in my prayers for healing because it's a very sad situation that's going on right now, and we need to really check in, especially with our men. I know women as well, but especially with our black men. We really need to just tap in and say, hey, you okay? You all right? And sometimes kind of push, even if they say, yeah, I'm good. Nah, you're not. So
I agree with
just
you
wanted to
so
say
much, Life
that.
of Pearl. You are so right when you make that statement. We definitely need to check on our black men. And I'm raising three black men, right? I have three boys, one girl. And even with my sons, I'm always finding myself asking them, "Are you okay? Just everything is okay? How's school going?
Yes.
Are you having any issues? Is something bothering you?"
Yes. I have twin boys that I'm
And the
raising,
reason for
and
that is because they are committing suicide at a high rate. They are also committing murders at a high rate.
yep.
And every single time, you could basically say our black men do not have an outlet, really and truly, because for a very long time, a black man was always taught to, oh, you can't cry. That doesn't make you, if you crying at it, you ain't no man. If you crying, it's all these things that have been put on them. Then, on top of them being labeled, on top of them being judged just because they look a certain type of way, that can be a lot on the mind. And then the anger that turns into hatred, then turns into all the demonic stuff that you're seeing right now happening.
Yes, that's very true. I was just talking to my brother about this because he wants to start a podcast, and one of the things that he was kind of a little ashamed of was talking about mental health with about black men, and I was like, no, bro, like we need more black men talking about it because then it's different when women talk about it. But when you see another man, same color as you, talking about mental health and his story, it helps you to open up. And I just wish there's a lot of black men podcasts out here, and I think it's more so sometimes to bash us as women or talk about other topics, but it's very few and far in between do you see podcasts that caters to black men and mental health. And I feel with the pandemic happening, it just, I don't know if it tore off a band-aid off of these wounds that black men had been patching up, and I don't know what it was, but I just feel like the
It did.
pandemic really. Oh, okay. So it's not just me because I'm just
It did.
like, I don't know. Is it
Nope, it's not just
okay?
you at
Okay.
all, Life of Girl. It surely did. It opened up the floodgates.
Yes, it did. And I think what it was is because before that, we used work and children and a lot of things to distract us. And when the world shut down, it made you face who you were or who you were dealing with. It just made you face a lot of things. And I think people couldn't handle it and they just started checking the hell
Yes.
out. And it's not even just with black men, just like look at these mass shootings. And it's just, whew, you really have to ground yourself in this time because it's the spirit it ain't good out here, and it's sad, but we really have to stay grounded, and this is a time to come together. I feel like people are they're having this mentality, every man for itself, but I just feel like we
Yep.
really need to group together and feed off of each other
Yep,
and
Life of
help
Pearl. There
each
you said
other
it
through
so
these dark
perfectly. Every man
times.
for themselves. But this is the thing. We we keep on doing the same things, expecting different results. I'm so tired of watching the bodies being picked up. That's it. I'm in New York. Bodies is dropping every single day. And not we not talking about one. We talking about two, three bodies. And these are young boys, from the young boys to the older, even the older guys that probably been to jail and back and all this stuff. When I tell you, I see the brokenness and I understand it. And that's one of the things that the first lady presenting Auntie's House NYC is definitely trying to do is allow our brothers to have somewhere safe to go and speak, as well as the women. But we got to understand something. We got to make sure that we fix our brothers, because behind every strong black woman is going to be a black brother there. But we got to give them their strength back.
Facts.
We got to find a
Facts.
way to give them their strength back. Ah,
But I think sometimes
my
what it
heart is
is,
heavy.
we as women were broken, and sometimes we feel we're giving them, what is it, tough love, and man, tough love doesn't work no more. It just doesn't work. We need to change that. And like you were saying before, like when we keep doing the same thing over and over again, it's called insanity. It just doesn't make sense. So I just women don't we need to realize how strong we are. We can really tame a beast if we're healed. If we're healed and we're secure, we can tame a beast. Um, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And when you were talking about the father of your child, when I say our stories were similar, it was the same like mine. Like his mother left him on a doorstep, and for years I used to battle with him. And then one day when he shared his story with me, and I never understood why he had a complex with me and his daughter. We have three children together, we have twin boys and a daughter. He has a great relationship with his sons. But when it came to me and his daughter, whew, child. And it wasn't until he finally shared his story with me, and I was just like, you can't possibly love me because you were the first woman you ever met, which is your mother. Once she abandons you, that's like a hurt, that's like a brokenness that he could never get past. But until I really just sat down and really checked in with him to see, like, okay, our children are getting older, we have to come to some type of, common ground. Like they can't see us battling like this. And once he shared that story, I realized I had to change my approach with him. I
You know
had
what?
to
Oh,
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
no, go ahead.
No, I just
Go
didn't want
ahead.
to lose my train of thought. But what you
Oh,
said
no, go
right
ahead.
there, that what you said right there about the mother leaving the child at a young age, how that affects them
Yeah.
unconsciously. I learned that one time when I was a young woman seminar, and there was a psychologist there, and that was the first thing that she explained, that people think because it's a baby and they can't talk, communicate like we do, that they have no emotions or feelings. But no, that's not true. They 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 have a lot of emotions and a lot of feelings. And so unconsciously you cause them a trauma. And you're so right about that.
Yes, it
Absolutely.
does. Yes, it does. And what's crazy, it's, she did that with um, all of the children. He has another brother, another sister. And when I really sat back and seen the situation, they all showed that hurt in different ways. Like his other brother literally just checked out and he doesn't deal with none of the family. His sister, she gets drunk and she posts inappropriate things on Facebook, and she talks about her mother not wanting her. So that was her way of showing that hurt, and his way was pretty much the dynamics that he had with, me and his daughter. So it took for me to kind of just, encourage him and nurture him to go to therapy, because he felt that um he could not have a relationship with our daughter. And I'm like, you can, but you don't know how to the healthy way, because because his mother had abandoned him. He did things to my daughter, um so that she wouldn't abandon him, right? And so as a child, she didn't understand that dynamic. She was just like, why does he operate like this? But it was his fear of her abandoning him. He kind of didn't see her as a daughter. I don't know. It's a strange dynamic when you really dive into it. But once he started to go to therapy, his relationship just with me and his daughter changed drastically. But as women, we get so hurt, because we fall in love with this man and we get so hurt, and we're so much focused on our hurt sometimes, but we don't realize that maybe we just need to sit back and say, maybe this is deeper than me. And there was this conversation I had to have with my daughter. She always just be like, why isn't my dad love me? What am I doing wrong? Because she tried her hardest to prove her love, and she wanted to be accepted by him. And I finally had to sit her down. She's 20 now, and just have that conversation when she hit 18, like, honey, this is deeper than you. Your dad has demons that neither me or you can help him deal with. And with him going through therapy, and she started going to therapy with him, she started to learn the demons. So a lot of hate and anger that she had towards him, it's slowly going away. Of course, they have a long road ahead of them, but you know, I- it's just a situation that we don't realize that when a man is broken from a child, it affects his relationships and his adults so much. So that's why I'm like, I try so much with my boys to like check in, talk to me, what's going on, because I don't want you to terrorize another lady out here. Okay.
Okay, all right, now, girl, you read
Right?
into it. I swear,
Let's talk
you read
about
my mind because that's how I feel the
it.
same way.
I'm just saying, man. Like, don't do it.
Because the thing that we don't realize is that we as women, we grow, right? We develop so quickly in our mental stages of life. We know how to receive emotions. A lot of times, men are stuck when they're traumatized at the age that they were traumatized at. So if something happened to that 6-year old boy, you would think he would have grown out of it, right? Out of that feeling of feeling hurt and traumatized. No, that 6-year old boy at
Yes.
30 something years old is still living inside because it's still traumatized and it's still pain there.
Well,
So we
see,
gotta understand.
we forget that they're still human beings. We're all
Oh,
human beings.
I'm sorry, Puerto Rican 360. Give me 1 minute and hold that thought. It is
Sure.
11:11. I am grateful. Thank you, Mom.
11/11. Yes.
Thank you, Mom, so much for reminding me about that. I'm grateful. I am so grateful for every single one of you. I am grateful for my mom, the First Lady Presents Auntie's House. I am grateful for Puerto Rican 360. I am grateful for hashtag Life of Pearl, King Tube TV. The First Lady, I said First Lady Presents Auntie's House. I'm hoping I'm catching everybody. Forgive me because I'm not looking at my phone, but I want you guys to know I'm grateful for this day that has been stored upon me. I'm grateful for the many blessings that has already been stored upon me. I'm grateful for all the great energies that's here, that's coming into my life and coming into my world of thoughts and meeting me on a whole different level that I didn't even know existed out here. I am so grateful for just my beautiful children. I am so grateful for just life in general. And I'm so grateful just to be here, like I said, another day. Yes,
Yes.
and I'm
Yes.
thankful.
Thank you.
Yes, Puerto Rican 360, go right ahead. Life of
What I
Pearl, you
was
know.
what I was saying was that at the end of the day, we're all human beings, and any sort of trauma, you know, carries a heavy burden on us until we decide to try to either A, get some help or try to work through it, with time. And I'm glad that your daughter and her dad made that first step to try to heal and fix. That's the first step. To try to do something about it. Just talking about it and not doing the work. You gotta do the work, the healing part now, you know.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you ladies in this conversation. I woke up very heavy today, and when I seen your topic, the title of your video, Justice, I was just like, oh my goodness. Sometimes you'll be so wrapped up in minor things going on. I just moved here from I moved to Texas from Chicago, and this is the farthest I've ever been away from family. So the homesickness is really taking over. But when I seen just this video today, sometimes I'm just like, you know what I got going on ain't nothing compared to, others. And so I know your heart is heavy, Justice. So I just wanted to pop in and, you guys gave me some inspiration and just, some feel goods today. And so I wanted to pop in and give that back to you guys. So I really appreciate the conversation. But I do have to drop down and start getting ready for work. I hope you guys have a great weekend, ladies. And I will definitely be back to build with you guys and, network and make better connections. So I appreciate both you ladies and I hope you guys have a great day.
Thank you so much, Life of Pearl. I'm grateful and I'm thankful, and I'm so happy that you came to just shed your light because you definitely have a bright light and you definitely came in and shed your light. Like I said, I always see you in the chat dropping your jewels, and you always leave me with food for thought when I'm reading you from the chat. So just to have a chance to even hear your voice, wow, amazing. I'm telling you, you have a burning bright light. Your energy
I
is
really,
awesome. I hope you have a blessed rest of your workday. And I hope you have all the great energies that you need to surround you throughout the rest of the day into the weekend. And yes, I know how it feels to be a little homesick. Yes. So know that no matter how far you go, you're always close enough to where you need to be, as long as you keep that near and dear in your heart and in your mind.
I appreciate that. All right, ladies. See you later.
okay, it was a pleasure
Bye.
speaking with you, Life of Pearl.
Oh,
Okay.
no buys. You're right. See you later. Gotta
See you
unlearn that.
Oh, yeah. See you later.
See you
All
See
later.
right,
you
ladies.
later.
Ah, the first lady presents Auntie's house. Thank you. Love, peace, and blessings to you and your family. Oh, that's hashtag Life of Pearl. That is from the first lady presenting Auntie's house. Yes, my heart was definitely heavy, but I definitely feel so much better just, coming out to speak and releasing the energy that I have and, just taking the time out to realize that we all got something going on. We all got a past. And yes, according to Life of Pearl, yep, we need to stop judging. And instead of judging, ask questions. Just like I always say, be inquisitive to do research, to find out what we are telling you guys. Well, be just as inquisitive to ask a question to a person that you may love or you may know. And sometimes you don't even got to know them, but if you see somebody that looks kind of down, it's okay to say, hey, are you okay? Is everything all right? Even if do you need a drink of water? Because there's a lot of people out here that may be thirsty, that may need a drip of water just to wet their throat, to gain back life inside of them. I mean, Puerto Rican 360, how you feeling, girl? My energy is up. I feel great right now.
I feel good. I've been up since early. I was doing some laundry, but it was really early in the morning, so I was able to absorb that morning sun. That's the part of the sun I love is early in the morning. And I feel good. I mean, this whole story was sad, and as a human being, just to know about somebody who got murdered or the person who did the murder or both people and just all that experience is very hurtful to everyone. And that was really sad. And I feel really bad for you and everybody.
At first, I wasn't even going to speak about it. And, something told me, like, no, you need to, like, speak about it and bring awareness to allow people to understand. Right now we're in a time where it's a lot of people, a lot of us hurting out here. We may not look like we hurting, but we hurting. Trust me when I tell you. And you don't even realize the hurt is there until something so dramatic happens. And I'm kind of like tired of waiting for that. But like I said, I wasn't gonna speak on it, but it was something within myself that kept on telling me, no, you need to speak on it. Because guess what? It's happening consistently all the time. Because we have so much broken people walking around, so much broken souls walking around, and they do not know how to release the bad energy, and they don't know how to release the pain in a righteous way. So then it turns into murder, then it turns into robbery, then it turns into suicide. And these are the things, they don't speak about. But let me tell you something. I'm bringing awareness because I don't want it to hit my home. I don't want nothing to ever happen to the point where I'm saying I wish, I should have, or I could have. I'm trying to get it done now. There's no I wish, I should have, or I could have. People need to first self love and accept their truth. First Lady, you are so right when you say that, because that's where I'm at right now. I feel like it took me a very long time to be able to stand in my own truth. And then when you dropped that jewel on me and said to me, baby girl, the only reason the truth hurts is because you ain't standing in it. And once you stand in your truth, baby girl, it ain't gonna hurt no more. That was one of the most powerfulest jewels you ever gave me, that I kept. Like, oh shit. And for me to stand in my truth where I'm at, it really doesn't hurt because I've accepted it for what it was, you know? And that's something that I want to continue to pass on to others. Whoever is going to hear it and receive it will get it, you know? But it definitely doesn't hurt as much, me accepting what my truth is. And like I said, we all have stories, but nobody can't tell our stories for us. Only we can tell our own stories. No matter if they want to feel like they want to take certain parts and whatever, let them do what they want. They still could never tell your story better than you can. Cane Tube TV. Some people are broken before they are born due to what I mentioned before, and that's the generational curse. Each one is born with individual thoughts, and through life's journey, one must find their truth. Yep, yep, yep. I agree with that. I agree with that. You know, I agree with that 100%. And these are the things that, you know, I feel good. It gives me the strength to keep on wanting to do this because I'm doing it from a deep place in my heart. I'm also doing it from a understanding from where I came from. Um, and Life of Pearl, I really hope that her family member starts the podcast for men, which gives it a safe place for men to open up to another man. Because I'm gonna be quite honest, I can't tell a man how to feel or what he's feeling the way I can talk to a woman and identify with what a woman is feeling because I am that. So I have an understanding and the ability to identify. But men also need that safe haven too, just to be able to speak and not be judged. Okay, yo, man, yo, I'm going through something. My girl made me cry, I was balled up crying. This hurt me so bad because of whoop, whoop, whoop. Yes, because that needs to be released. First Lady says, but a lot still don't accept. They find, no, but a lot still don't accept what they find, bro. But yes, yeah, yeah, that's very true. And I think that's the struggle. That's the struggle we're in, you know, for people to recognize where they're at and also for people to understand it's okay because now that you know your truth, nobody else could tell you nothing because you're already in it. And now you can elevate and go where you need to go. But it's a lot of people in our world, from men and women, that are stuck in their ways. And that's the most difficult part of life because when people are stuck in their ways, They're not willing to allow their minds to open up to look at things from different perspectives and allowing their life to elevate and allowing other things to come in because they're too stuck and content where they're at. I was telling Puerto Rican 360 the other morning, I said, I'm not content where I'm at. I feel like I'm still climbing the ladder to get where I need to go. And yes, I could be like, oh, I'm okay and I'm good. In my reality, I don't feel good because I don't feel that I'm I'm fully content to the part where it's like everything that I have on my list I have completed. So I'm literally still on that journey of reaching that place that I know that will make me feel content in my life where I'm at. I don't believe in comfortability. I don't never get comfortable because I don't never know when anything could be pulled up from up underneath me. Unfortunately, that's how my life is. That's how I look at things. That's how I view things. Puerto Rican 360, could you please do me a favor? Back, guys. Chat. I will definitely be back. Kane Tube TV at the First Lady Presents Auntie's House NYC. That's 100% right and exact as well. You guys don't even know. I love having these conversations because I'll be reading the chat, I'll be listening to what is being said, and I just take that and make it into a big balloon just for me. And I'll be going in there and be like, oh, I need this today, and I need that today because that was powerful, and I'm going to apply this and that today. And those are the things that I do, and that's a part of me and my elevation. But like I said, I wish my people will stop being comfortable. Be comfortable when you know you have built an empire that's yours. Do not be comfortable off of somebody else empire because nothing that we seen is ours. That yeah, we put the hard labor in, but it still ain't ours. It still ain't ours. So we got to find the way to fix that. Cane Tube TV, a curse that people tend to forget about, put on our people in 1712. So, so any generation going forward from 1712 were already broken, being the curse. We must find a solid, sound way to break the curse. Application is the applied science of life. Well, Cane Tube TV, that's what my goal is right now. I'll be honest with you. I think that's what my goal is right now. First lady too, I believe. Trying to just break everything that was put on us. Like I told you guys yesterday, I'm literally trying to unlearn everything that I was taught to the point that I sometimes slip up because I'm so indoctrinated in using a particular word a certain way, not realizing like, yo, that's not the way to use the word, but it's so difficult because I've been used to it so long. So that's almost like saying, like, yo, I understand. I've been saying understand for so long that to unlearn that and say understand, sometimes I still slip up and be like understand and then gotta go back and be like, oh shit, I don't under shit nothing, right? So that's where it is right now. It's like so much indoctrination that's taking place that now you have to go back and say, okay, everything that I was taught down to the words that was given to me was a lie. And now that I know how powerful the words are, every time I speak it, now I need to be speaking the right way. The First Lady presents Auntie House. You're a light worker, not living your true purpose as of yet, but you feel good because you are moving forward. Once you fulfill your true purpose, you will know you have to keep sharing. Not not taught, programmed. There we go. You're right. You right, First Lady. You right. You right. Ah, you are so right. Like that just you were so right about like that whole statement is real. Like it's real. You know what I'm saying? And you're right. Not taught, but definitely programmed. And we've been programmed for a long, long time. At least let me speak for myself. I've been programmed for a very long time because I don't want to speak for nobody else, but I just want to always speak for me and allow other people thoughts. I mean, other people to come in and put in what their thoughts are, you know. But for me, I've been programmed for a very long time, and for me, it's scary, but it's exciting to to basically learn what truth looks like. Came to TV, indeed. And it takes a lifetime to break it. Because once the curse is broken and we unlearn the bullshit, we must maintain the same energy in keeping the devilishment from entering our ciphers. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I'm telling you, y'all giving me, I'm trying to tell you, I'm thinking I'm getting all types of feelings up in here, y'all. Okay, I came in here heavy. I mean, I know y'all could have felt my heaviness, but the energy that y'all giving me and the words that y'all are saying right now, it's like anybody that comes in and sees this video or even goes back and replays the chat and sees the chat, I promise you guys, this is what power looks like. All these words that is being put into my chat is what power looks like. And I want it to continue to be that. I mean, I'm telling you, I came in heavy and I'm feeling like lightweight. Kane Tube TV, the first lady presenter. Look, Kane Tube TV. Honestly, you know, I'm gonna tell you, you could you what's going on? You I'm telling you, brother, you out here. You need your own show, okay? You need your own show for the brothers because boy, it's a lot of brothers out here that need some talking to. You know what I'm saying? That needs knowledge itself. K2 TV, I try to tell you out here, man, because I'm telling you the shit that between you, the first lady, Puerto Rican 360, Life of Pearl, all y'all. Look here, and I feel good just to read it because reading it for me is allowing me to have the mental mindset to know that I can bring a lot of things into fruition and having the faith of knowing anything I put into fruition is going to happen. You guys know this is the Honesty Podcast with your girl, Word Justice. I appreciate all of you. I am grateful. Power is in truth manifested, which is righteousness. Yes, it is. Came to TV. Yes. Ah, guys, I feel so much lighter than what I felt before. And I want to take the time out to just thank all my peoples. I thank all of you. I don't think anything is possible without a team. And I appreciate every single one of you guys because all of you guys that come in my chat, you guys are my team. You guys keep my platform moving. You keep the word going. Even if you may not agree or you may not like you still keep it going. And that's what makes me so happy and always grateful and thankful for all of you guys that come and support my platform. Um, Teresa Wright, make it a great everyone. Blessings to you all. You are truly an amazing lady, and I appreciate you. Thank you for sharing. I'm going to check on my guys before I start work. All right, Teresa, right? You have a blessed day at work. May all great things come your way for the rest of the day. May all great energies surround you. And it's been my pleasure, and I appreciate you for appreciating me. Thank you, and you have a great day. And I hope your guys are good and your family also. I wish I could have come up, but we'll call you at lunch. Well, mom, yes, please do. And I wish you could have come up, but I'm always gonna be thinking my let me stop saying thinking right now because I'm so like overwhelmed and feeling just the greatness of understand of understanding, just the greatness of understanding. But Kane Tube TV, on a lighter note, at Puerto Rican 360 phone died justice. Oh, okay, Kane Tube TV. Um, I'm about to end off anyway, guys, just because I have Zori, and she's been okay. I hear her. She's with her grandmother right now, but you know how that goes. She's ready for mommy time. So I definitely have to go provide her mommy time really, really quickly. But I will definitely be back in the building. Hopefully, I will definitely be back in the building with an interview with my brother. Okay, my brother is going to be the next best thing coming out of the NBA. So stay tuned for my interview with my brother, guys, because I'm telling you, he has a lot of things that he could actually give insight on for anybody who has sons that's interested in the basketball or football or whatever it may be, but currently he deals with basketball, and he'll be giving you, like, all the rundowns. He travels everywhere to play basketball. He plays for an AAU team. So look forward for me coming back with the interview with my brother. So yeah, I appreciate you guys so much. And just know I love you guys, and I'm grateful for you guys taking the time out just to spend it with me, to take the time out just to drop jewels on me that I'm going to apply to my everyday life. So, yeah, I'm so grateful. This is the Honesty Podcast with your girl, Word Justice. Please subscribe, hit the up like button, notification bell. Tell a friend to tell a friend, tell a friend, And even if you don't too care for it, still tell a friend, because you never know. Your friend might, want to pull up. But yeah, guys, I'll see you guys soon, sooner than later. All righty. You guys have a blessed day. Like I said, this is the Odyssey Podcast with your girl, Word Justice.